Hello everyone. We'll be waiting for a few more minutes till everyone joins. You can put up your doubts in chat, in Q&A or general. So let's wait for a few more minutes. Hello. So how are you guys online classes going on? You can interact and send message. If I'm audible, you can send a thumbs up. Also, how many of you are from first year? Whoever are from first year, you can send thumbs up. Okay.
Hello guys, Anush, we'll go ahead with the event.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so hello guys, I'm Rakshat. I'm a core team DAC member, and I would like to thank our DAC lead Samir for giving us this opportunity to host this event. And I'll just give you an overview of what things would be today. Things basically, I'll just run you through how to apply for AWS and what kind of things are there in AWS. And then Manisha will be giving you a heads up on GitHub and the GitHub student developers pack free. And then Dhanush will tell you about the poster designing, that is a spotlight of this event. And then Dev Pujita will be telling you about the competition that is being held. And this is just a overview. So if there are any doubts or any questions, you just put them up in the chat box and people will respond. If there is anything, you just put them, and please try to be interactive. This is an interactive session. I just don't want to be speaking here. Okay, so I'll just share my screen. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible? Okay, just one. Okay, okay, cool then. So I guess it's visible to all. Start off with my presentation. Okay, so today I'll be telling you about what is AWS, what it offers, and how do you get the AWS Student Educate Pack, and how do you get them for free. So this I'll begin. I'll just give you an overview of what is AWS. To put it in proper definition, AWS is a subsidiary of Amazon.com that on-demand cloud computing platforms provide platforms to individual companies, organizations, and governments also. Is a paid subscription basis is the best thing that here you can buy. Rent for a time being and use it however long you want it, and pay for only the time duration you've used this. This is the best thing about AWS, is that you don't have to usually use it for like 12 months or something. You can just take it for how much of a time being you want, and then you just pay for whatever time you have used it. This is just a basic definition of AWS. However, it's a vast topic. And why AWS? AWS is designed to allow application providers to quickly and securely host your application, be it an existing application or a new application. You can use AWS Management Console or well documented web services APIs to access AWS application or hosting platform. So, what I mean by hosting is, supposedly you create a website or you create any kind of application that you want to deploy. So in the stages of deployment, you just have to buy up servers which will host your applications, which will be available to users all across the globe. How do you do this? You just buy up servers and you host it. So AWS is just an it's just a it's like a platform where you can host your thing, host your website or an application or anything. So this the main this is what AWS is used for. Now, I'll just give you an example why AWS is required. Uh, why use AWS? AWS is basically a server which provides all your hosting without crashing and all those technical glitches. Let's take an example. You create a website or an application and you plan on deploying it and making available to millions of users. How do you do this? You finish up your project and you are ready to deploy your project. You invest some money and you buy up some servers and you deploy your application. Now it is up and available to millions of users worldwide. Now your application starts, people start noticing your application, things start to go steadily upwards and you start to gain some attention. So it's all running smoothly and everything's, the graph is slowly increasing. Then one day, suddenly, your application goes haywire and your application goes basically viral, let's just say. So, what happens when your application goes viral? There are a lot of incoming traffic What I mean by traffic is millions of users worldwide are trying to access your application. So this will all be a burden for your service and it tends to crash. So what do you do then? You just buy up more servers, you invest more money on the servers and you buy up more servers. So these servers are usually bound to crash at some point of time. This usually happens to everyone, almost everyone. So this happens, and you just have to keep on investing, or you just hire a maintenance team which will take care of your servers. So all this attention you're giving in just hosting your website or application is all a burden. So what do you do then? This is when AWS comes into play. AWS provides a platform where you can host your application and all the maintenance is done by them. You just have to pay for them on a subscription basis, or you can just rent it for some time being. This is what AWS does. I hope has done this has got you an idea about what is AWS. Can I get a thumbs up? Am I audible? Yeah. Okay, cool stuff. Let's run through what is AWS. Uses of AWS. Now, AWS, what is it used for exactly? Uh, you It allows you to do the following things and more. This is just a brief glimpse of what AWS allows you to do. I'm just giving you a brief gist of what AWS is. I will not get into details. So the first thing is running web and application servers in the cloud to host dynamic websites. Securely store all your data on one server so that you will be able to access them from anywhere. So like I told, buying up more servers only increases the complexity, and it just tends to mess up sometime. So this AWS acts as one platform where you can store all the data. This is this. And the third one is using databases like MySQL, Oracle SQL, and many more to store information. So these are the basic services provided by Amazon. And I'll just go in a little detailed into what the uses of AWS is. I'll just give you a gist of the storage in the sense, the second one, securely store all your data on one server. So storage, there are like types of storages. One, namely like S3, simple storage services, where storage services of AWS, in which we can store objects like files, folders, images, documents, songs, etc. But it cannot be used to install software, games, or operating system, just like how Google Photos work and Google Drive works, where you can store and upload photos to your drive. That is exactly what S3 is. And EFS, Elastic File System, it is another type of storage. It provides file storage for use with your instances. It use NFS4 protocol and can be used concurrently by thousands of instances. So what this EFS does is you can store files in this. So what do I mean by files? Files in the sense folders. Like if you want to upload a game, you can do this, and many kind of things. And I'll just get into databases. There are many services of databases. Few of them are like RDS, relational database services. This relational database services allows you to run relational database like MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, or SQL Server. These databases are fully managed by AWS, like installing antivirus and patches. So these are the basic gist of what AW uses of AWS is. So we'll just get into the next slide. Before that, are you guys going? Is this going good? Are you understanding? Should I go slow? Give me a thumbs up if it's good, or if you want me to go slow or explain more. let me know. Please be interactive. Okay. Now I'll just get into what is AWS Educate. What is AWS Educate? AWS Educate is an Amazon's global initiative to provide students comprehensive resources for building skills in the cloud. It is a no-cost curriculum providing access to containing content, training pathways, AWS services, and the AWS Educate job board with employment opportunities. So what this basically educates, it is just like a course in which it is freely available to students, where you can learn what AWS is and how to use it, and this provides you opportunities for job employments and other various kind of things. You can either use it as a skill gaining thing, or you can use it as an employment opportunity. How do you apply for AWS Educate? So this is the main spotlight of what I'm going to be teaching you here today. AWS Educate is just a student's program, so everyone can try for it. It's not like you have to have a particular resume, or you have to have a sufficient amount of uh, knowledge based on how to do on what cloud computing is or anything. You just have to sign up and you just start learning. So AWS Cloud Practitioner is a foundational certificate offered by AWS. AWS offers you a cloud practitioner certificate at the end of you completing all the courses. So you can apply for this in this event, this link. I'll just put this link in the chat box. This is the link where you can sign up for it. Mm, Now this is the free version which I'm telling you about. It is free for 12 months, before which you should complete all the courses, and then you can earn your cloud practitioner certificate. So this is the AWS program where you get it for free. There are other ways of learning this AWS also, where you can go through some institutions where you pay and learn for that. Some institution is like Simply Learn. They offer three course package, I guess: Google Cloud, AWS, and Microsoft Azure. You can learn all these three together. From the ongoing discount, you get some kind of discount. This is about AWS Educate. And after applying for the AWS Educate, for our college, it will always be rejected first because we don't have a college domain. So you'll be getting an email from the AWS customer service. You just have to track down that email, and you just have to send a mail back telling you, listing out the following details. You have to first contact this mail ID, Santosh Kumar J. He is our college CS department teacher. You just have to contact him, letting him know about AWS and they have rejected you, and that we don't have a college domain. I'll just put his email ID here in the chat box. So you can contact him there. After you let him know, you just have to make a email telling this all these kind of things. You just put your reason. It's because of the absence of the domain mail in my college, and you just put your USN, course name, your name, teacher name, and the email ID which you have referred to. Just this. You just put this and you send it, and most probably the application will be accepted, and we'll just start doing the AWS project. So you just have to, you'll get a mail after this. It's been accepted, and they'll send you a link through which you set your password and you create your account. And once all that is done, I'll just give you a gist of what AWS account looks like. A student educate account looks like. This is just a home page, and the courses will be available in the career pathways. where various kind of things are there. You have cloud computing, application developer. You have a lot of things. You just start doing one of those. You know, 25 years. They just list out the hours required. This kind of things, and you just start doing it. That's all. It's as simple as that. So this is basically the gist of it. There are a lot of things you can do. There are web development engineer, solutions architect, a lot of things. Machine learning is there, data science. You can do numerous things within the 12 months free thing. So you just get a certificate at the end of this, which you can use it for, employment opportunities, or you can just add it to your resume. So I guess it was informative. Give me a thumbs up if you have understood everything. Okay, cool stuff. So we'll be recording this session. We'll be sending you the link later, so you can just refer through what all I've told, and you can apply for it. Or you can always reach out with this email, and I'll try to reply to almost everyone. Okay, so that's it from my side. I hope you've understood it. And I'll just hand it over to Manisha. Thank you, guys. Manisha, over to you.
Hi guys, am I audible? Okay, cool. Hello everyone, I'm Manisha from second year, core team member. Hope everyone are doing great. So today I'll be telling you guys about the GitHub Education Pack. So before I start with the GitHub Education Pack and explain you about the how to apply it and what are the benefits you get from it, I just want to ask you guys, how many of you know about Git and GitHub? Please reply in the chat box. Nobody knows. It's okay guys. Tell me whatever you know. No idea. Good. Okay. So GitHub is basically a code hosting platform and it's a version control management system. So it simply means that okay. So GitHub simply means that it's a coding platform where you can post your projects and showcase your works in public. So here you can contribute the code to any other projects, and it simplifies the working with the other people. For example, if you take any organization, there you will be working with a lot of people and multiple people will be doing one project where you can do all the project work and you can collaborate with others using the GitHub. In good GitHub will simplify all this process of working with multiple people. And there is a lot of stuff about GitHub guys, and it's very useful for you when you get into the organizations. So we'll be most probably will be hosting a next event on GitHub where we will explain you about everything in great detail, like creating the pull request and how to create a repository, how to use a GitHub, and we'll explain you everything in great detail. So now I'll tell you guys about the GitHub Education Pack. So, how many of you guys heard about the GitHub Education Pack? Please reply in the chat box. Okay, no replies. So what GitHub Education Pack is that? It is a student pack where you get free access to best developer tools for free. You get lots and lots of developer tools and software for free, and all you have to do is that you just should have an GitHub account and you should be a student. Of course, we are all a student, so you'll be eligible to get this pack. And guys, this pack is worth of 3 lakh rupees, and we are getting it for free, absolutely for free. Where when we get access to all this developer to once we get the access to this pack, we'll be having many developer tools and sorry, excuse me. So we'll be getting access to most of software and the developer tools, which is really costly if you want to, if it's paid. But here using this pack, we can get everything for free. So GitHub Education Pack, it provides students who aspires to learn various technologies like the web development, machine learning, and you want to create new websites, and it's cost prohibitive. And also you get free training, and you can get most of the educative courses for free. There are so many categories in that GitHub Student Developer Pack provides. Now I'll show you the categories and explain you one. So yeah, this is all the categories we have. First one is a cloud, and then we have the design, and then we have developer tools, domains, game development. So all these categories and the stuff you can learn just for free with this pack. So firstly, I'll talk about the cloud. So in cloud, we have Microsoft Azure, Heroku, and we have a DigitalOcean, which will provide you $100 in platform credits. And even Microsoft Azure provides you some free credits. Heroku is it's a coding platform basically, which is easy to use and deploy and run, manage your app very easily. And we have Education Host and NetWise, so on. And next domain is that we have design. Design in the sense like most of you know that designing has become a great skill these days. Like Canva, the main advantage of this pack is also that we have access to Canva, where you get the premium account for 12 months for free. And we have the Bootstrap Studio, where you can create some amazing websites, and that is for free. And we have Icon Scout, and we have Typeform, Polyframe. So many categories, guys. You can choose any of that, and you can improvise your skills. Yeah, you can see down that most of the students have done their work using all these technologies and the tools. They have developed all these projects. It's really amazing. So yeah, these are the projects they have done using all the above mentioned from the above mentioned categories. Using the developer tools, they have learned and they have done their own projects, which is really amazing. And then we have is that JetBrains. It provides a free access to the IDEs, and we have GitHub. So one thing is that when you get this pack, you get the GitHub Pro access for free, and we have the Bootstrap Studio again, and we have Next Text Terminus. So many and Atom, which is a free code text editor, and we have testmail.app, and we have GitHub Desktop, which is free for everyone. We'll be explaining about you the GitHub Desktop app in the next upcoming events. And we have the CryptoLens, where you can sell the software securely. Yeah, and so on. There are so many categories about in this domain. And the next one would be domains. Okay. In the domains, we have Namecheap. Actually, what is a Namecheap is that here you can have your own domain name, and you can host your website for free for 1 year. And you also have the name.com, where you can do your domain registration for free. If you do it generally, it costs you so much of amount, but using this packs will help you get your own domain name, and you can host your own website for 1 year for free. And you also have the tech.domains, which is also free for 1 year, and you get 2 free email accounts, and you can see the students work again. all the project works they have done using all these tools and softwares. And the next category is that we have the game development. So like most of you are know what game development is. We have done some posts regarding the game development and the official DSC cases, media, social media handles. So we have Unity, where Unity is used mostly for all. More than 50% of the games are developed using the Unity platform, and you get free access to that while you are a student, and you get this pack. And the next category is infrastructure and APIs. So APIs is very useful in the code development process. So students can enhance their skills by using this APIs. So we have MongoDB, which is a backend development. You can learn it for free and you get a free certification also if you get the pack. And also we have testmail.app, Mailgun, Transcoded, everything are the APIs which will be helping you to manage the emails and automates the file conversions. Okay, and next we have is that and also guys, you can learn so many courses and for free by getting this pack. Yeah, you can see all the project works done by the students by learning from this. And next we have is the Internet of Things. We have NetWise dot. We have Adafruit, and we have many other things in this. And the next one will be Learn. The next category is Learn, where you learn a lot of programming languages like Python, Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. All these are front-end development part. So you also have here Interview Cake, which we have to be mentioning here. Most of the students in the college, they mainly focus to crack their interviews. So to crack in any interview, you have to be good at coding, of course. So what Interview Cake provides you is that they provide you a programming coding practice and cheat sheets so that you can crack the interviews very easily. And you also have Go Rails and many other categories, Covalence, where you can learn full stack development and you can learn many other things from this Learn category. You have Data Camp Front-End Masters, which focuses on the front-end development. You have Educative, more than which provides many courses, so you can do any of it for free. And I think few of them will also provide you the certificates. And the next category is that is marketing. So in marketing, we have like Typeform, FreshPoint, Simple Analytics, Customer Lead, Jam Lead. So many of things, yeah, it's numerous. You have many of things you can explore and you can develop your skills by learning all this. And the next category is mobile development. You have Terminus, Working Copy, Codeka.io. All these are used for your iOS applications, and you get the premium plans with this pack, and also you have many other categories you can explore and learn. And you also have the data science. It also can be learned from Scaping Hub and SQL platform. And especially the cloud computing, it is a booming technology. And this provides free access Rakshit have told you about the AWS. You can learn Microsoft Azure from this GitHub education pack. And also we have that so this is some of the categories I've explained. You can check it out. I'll drop the link in the chat box. Rakshit, can you please do it? Hope you guys are understanding something. Please reply in the chat box. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, now I'll just head on to the application form. Like most of you find it difficult for applying this because it gets rejected in the very first time you apply. So I'll be telling you why, what is the mistake you guys make while applying. So you just head on to this link and you and guys make sure you should have a GitHub account. Without a GitHub account, you can't apply for the student pack. Yeah, the link is put in the chat box. Okay. So you just head on to the link and click on get your pack. Okay. Now you can see the application form here. The first thing they ask is your email. So make sure you provide the email that is linked with your GitHub account. Actually, they ask you to provide the the college provided mail ID, which we don't have. So obviously our application gets rejected for the very first time. It's okay. You provide your school college name and then you just give some answer for the how do you apply for how do you plan to use a GitHub? Give your own answer and then click continue. Yeah, this is the main part actually. They'll tell to provide a proof that you are a student, like currently what you are studying. So you have to submit your student ID. Any first years here? Any first year students? Yes. Okay. For you first year students, you might have, the management might have given you the temporary ID cards, right? You just have to scan it properly and upload it. Make sure you scan it properly and upload this. Because when the first time we applied, we didn't scan it properly and it got rejected. So you have to scan it properly and upload, and it gets uploaded. And after applying your temporary ID card, and for the second and third and fourth years, you can apply your ID card. And then you have to upload the ID and then you have to process your application. So you'll get a mail from them saying that it might get rejected. So what you have to do is that you have to apply it twice or thrice and it gets approved. If not, you are not able to get it approved 3-4 times also, you just have to contact them from through GitHub Education Support. We'll provide you the link where you can explain them why your application got rejected and they'll help you with it. And also guys, if you are having any problem like with the application issues, you can contact any of the core team members. We are always ready to assist you and help you. Yeah, this is about the GitHub Education Pack. So any of you have any doubts, please put it in the chat box. Have you understood something or nothing? Everything. Thank you. How to open GitHub account? Okay. You just have to go to your browser. Just type github.com. Okay. Um, Rakshit, you can sign out. So what you have to do here is sign up. You just have to provide your email ID and give a password. That's it. You'll get a GitHub account. As simple as that. Did I answer your question, Nancy? Will the GitHub account be available till we are students? Um, the GitHub Education Pack is for students and the GitHub account Anybody can have the GitHub account, need not to be a student. Thank you. Okay, welcome. Any other doubts, guys? No doubts? Okay, guys, I got it. Thank you. Okay. So we'll be doing an event shortly on GitHub where we will be explaining everything about GitHub, how it is used, and how you are going to use in the work, like how you are going to do your project on GitHub, how to create a pull request. Every detail we'll explain you on next event. And thank you so much. Thank you, Samir, for providing us this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, Dhanush, I guess you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hello everyone. So I'll be explaining how to design a poster. We'll be making use of Canva. So I'll share my screen. So to create your account in Canva, just search Canva and click on it. Then sign up. You can sign up with Google or with Facebook or with email. So this will be how it will be with email, and when you provide your email, OTP will be sent to your email and you can just enter it. So after signing up, so this is the home page. After signing up, it will show the home page, and and Canva can be used not only for poster designing. You can use it for presentation, video, etc. So for poster designing, you have to first from the home page select a template, which is the Instagram post. So it will give like when you're doing it for the first time, it will give you the tutorial how to use it and all. So this is the editor, and this is the side panel. As you keen the seen the templates tab, that are already built-in template, so you can select anyone and upload it. And if you want to use your own custom template, you can just click on upload and do it. So as you can see, so if you want to use your own template, you can just upload, click on upload device, or if you have it in Google Drive or anywhere. So it will just take some time. And you can just it will appear, and you can resize and all. So, and also you can see there are photos tab. If you want to use any photo, if you want to use any photo as the background, you can search from photos tab. To narrow down the search even more, you can add a plus symbol. Like example, I want to add something related to nature. I can type nature. It will show here. You can use any of these as background. And if you want to narrow it down, you can use plus key. Maybe animal. So you can use like this. And next in the elements tab, you'll find You'll find various illustrations, shapes, frames, stickers, etc. So now I'll be teaching you how to create your first design. So to begin with designing, after selecting your template, you can add the text using the text tab. As you can see, I've already added one. I'll add again. See, you can drag it. You just have to drag it and see the lines which are appearing here. So you can make out which is the center and all. And here using the and you can resize it as you wish. And even for body you can use subheading, and if you want to use another font, or you want to change the style, or you want to change the color of the font, color of the text, you can choose anything. And for mainly for designing a poster, that we have to keep the text as minimalistic as possible, as you can see in this example, but it should convey the message. So here, like I've explained benefits of open source. So what are its benefits? So for that, I had made use of this elements tab, and let me take like flexibility as the example. So I'll just search flexibility. See, there are many here. And as Manisha had explained with GitHub Student Education Pack, we can avail the membership, pro membership for Canva. So there won't be any watermarks when you use it. Same, just drag it. You can drag it. I'll just replace this one. See, it show these lines will show like how you want to align and all. And there's also mobile app available for this. I'll later add the link to it. You can also use Canva in mobile, but it's recommended to use on PC or laptop because it's difficult to drag on a mobile. And when you want to share it or save it, you can just click on download, and the way you want, in whichever format you want. PNG will always be high quality image. So, or if you want anybody, you want to share it with someone so they can also make changes, you can just click on share and copy link and share it in WhatsApp or anywhere. And once you have saved it, it will be there in all your designs here. So it's not too difficult. It's really easy. Just that you have to be creative and include less text and use more icons. So I hope everybody understood. Give me a thumbs up or yes, would be fine. Okay. Okay. So now Devpujita will explain about the competition.
Hi guys, this is Devpujita, core team member. Hope you all had a great time learning and designing the posters. As mentioned, we'll be conducting a competition wherein you all have to design posters, and topic is put up in the chat box. And link for the Google form will be sent. where you can upload all your posters there. We'll be selecting top 3 designs and among the posters sent, and shout out will be given to them on social media handles, DSE social media handles. And also participants will be sending us the posters, will be given certificate of participation. Uh, so if any doubts, you can drop them in the chat box. Please look into the topic. The topic for designing the poster is COVID-19. You can design a poster with minimal words and a lot of icons and make it attractive and colorful. The competition starts from today. You can send us the links, and I mean, you can send us the posters until like tomorrow evening, or yeah, tomorrow evening. So we'll be checking that and giving out the results. Please do note the form link I've put up in the chat box. So you all have to like whoever is designing the poster has to upload their posters in this Google form. So any doubts regarding the competition or any other thing can be put up in the chat box. If you have any doubts regarding designing the poster, you can always reach out to us. For reference, like how to create posters and all, you can look at DSC KSSEM Instagram page. So if possible, I'll share this. For Instagram page is put up in the chat box. I can refer to that as well. Maximum number of posters is 1. So per individual, there is one poster to be uploaded in the form. The topic is COVID-19. So within tomorrow evening, like by 6 o'clock, you all have to upload the posters on the Google form. Guys, you have any doubts? You can put it in the chat box. How was the session? Did you enjoy the session? If yes, can I get a thumbs up in the chat box, please? We'll be having more events coming up, so I would like all of you to support in the same way. So will all of you be creating posters and uploading it on the Google form? If yes, give me a thumbs up. If everyone is creating posters and putting up in the Google form. Only one. Okay, two.
Okay,
Okay,
so
guys. I hope you all had a great time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Samir, for letting us handle this session. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, happy evening. See you next time.